going, everyone? It's Liam Carlson here, and we're reacting to another episode of Percy Jackson and the Olympians with episode 5. So, yeah, it wasn't really the most ideal episode for Percy with the last episode, with the fact that he got poisoned and obviously him, Grover, and Annabeth were on the run with an echidna, not Knuckles, an echidna after them, given the events of what happened in episode 3. So, yeah, but I felt like there was some very great growth moments as well with the last episode, especially peering into Annabeth's backstory. So, yeah, as well as the fact that as a trio, we got to see them on, a similar kind of stepping ground, because with episode 3, there was a bit of dysfunction, but there seemed to be a more united front with the last episode. So yeah, but I'm excited to get into this. So with that said, it is episode number 5 of Percy Jackson and the Olympians. Let's go.
Come on, let's go find Percy.
Annabeth,
he's alive. I know it.
When we're just gonna ignore those women that may resemble the Fates, but they might just be, free women who just enjoy cutting threads.
Percy!
Shoving you in the stairwell. Even hearing myself say that sounds really bad, but I just...
Hook? Are we going for the hook?
And there wasn't enough time.
The hard part is trying to steer away from trouble.
Life strand of every living thing. When you see a string cut,
it means one of us is going to die.
Hey, there were many other people that at the scene of the crime.
It's a warning. An omen.
Lovely.
Okay, guys, we need to talk about this whole fate thing.
I asked if you could use some help.
Nope.
Here he is!
No, we're good.
The rated R superstar!
So long.
Oh shit!
You don't seem too good.
We don't want anything from you.
You sure? Because you guys are so behind schedule.
Oh no.
There's a halfway decent diner up the road. If you want my help, you'll meet me there. But don't dawdle. Won't wait forever.
Oh, Edge as Ares. It's perfect. It is perfect.
That's my cousin.
Your cousin is the rated R superstar.
Give me a second. I'm just starting to fight on Twitter here. Nothing makes me happier than a good old-fashioned burn it down.
He was the one behind the whole Jinder Mahal, Tony Khan shit.
If you're supposed to be looking for the master boat too, shouldn't you be out there looking for it?
There's no fear in you, is there? Doesn't matter.
Annabeth,
whether the bolt's retrieved or not. Zeus
don't want to mess with.
to war with Poseidon.
Well, that's great.
No.
Then chopped him into a
lovely.
million pieces and chucked him into a bottomless pit. So that kind of set the tone right out of the gate. Olympians fight. We betray. We backstab. We will push anyone down a flight of stairs to get ahead. And that's why I love my family so much.
He just revels in this so well.
Back with quests. Gonna have a war.
Could you say we're gonna have some war games?
We're completing this.
Really? I know what I'm doing. Go.
Are you sure he is the master manipulator?
I'll be here when you get back.
I'm here all day, folks. But it's just so perfect. I mean, Edge, if you think you know him, he is a fantastic heel, and he's already doing incredible as Ares on this show, so.
Is there another kind?
Well, if neither of us is dead in a few days, we really ought to fix that. You're missing out.
Star Wars,
Meantime, we should
Lord of the
probably get this
Rings.
over with.
I know I can't talk half the time because, I got into Lord of the Rings and all that shit quite late, but still.
Because weren't you the one this morning who saw the fates say one of us is gonna die and we should take it really seriously?
Percy,
Yeah?
just push.
Take her word for it. I mean, she's not trying to actively get you killed. Festus is
wanted to know
somewhat...
anytime one of us came poking around this playground.
Uh-huh.
I guess now he knows.
I bet he's just like, do you like that? Made you poop yourself.
It's brutal. Red in tooth and claw, right? Maybe unpleasant, but that doesn't make it untrue. You are the champion, all of that.
Therefore,
Respect it.
worship.
So what are you, like a casual World War II buff? You've seen
Oh my-
Saving Private Ryan, have you?
Oh my
Prefer
goodness.
the turbo.
That's so wrong.
They got caught, and he had to leave in a hurry.
Shield. Yeah.
One thing Aries was telling the truth about, this family is a mess.
Yeah, that's... I'm guessing Greek mythology for you.
What is love?
Are you shitting me?
What is happening right now?
I feel like I've heard this before.
Of course.
It's a Festus' story.
Oh, damn. Nice educational. You know, for a tunnel of love, this is quite the intense trip. Eesh. Then again, I've never been on a tunnel of love before, so what do I know?
Being missed. Bold enough to cross Zeus. Is stealthy enough to
Give
get
a
their hands
leeway.
on the thing.
Enough. Not everything is a puzzle that needs to be solved. You're as bad as my sister.
Oh, what if?
Talks to it like all the time. This fat, nasty little feathered rodent, and it's like her best friend. And we're
I
so
love
sure
this.
that she's a genius, and I, no owl, am not.
Totally.
It's like people only see what they want to see and ignore anything at all that doesn't fit the story they like to tell themselves.
Exactly. Like you being the one to find the lightning thief and not her.
Uh-oh.
Dodged at the arch, barely, but maybe this isn't something you can dodge forever.
The orb
You can
chose
just
you.
put
The gods
off
chose
Stop.
you.
It isn't about
And
that.
it will
How
come
could
for
it
you
possibly be about if it
eventually.
isn't about that?
You're better at this than me. You just are.
Damn, Percy.
You know it.
There has to be a way. There has to be... Because, I mean, I don't expect these 3 episodes to be Percy Jackson without... these next 3 episodes to be Percy Jackson without Percy Jackson.
Stun, can you maybe swing back here and try to get me out of this thing?
Oh, okay.
You think you had to ask?
Just making sure.
Oh, that's beautiful. I love this. I don't love this scenario, but I love that admission from Annabeth. Holy shit, that is disturbing.
I'm
Holy.
I'm not leaving without my friend.
Yeah, that isn't really how it works. It's kind of a one-way sort of thing. It can't be undone.
So what's this person's deal?
Because I built it.
Hello?
Mother is that way.
Come on, Hephaestus.
He isn't that way. He's better than that.
There's that humanity
Maybe I was that
part
way
of a
once.
demigod, right? Holy shit. Good on him for pulling through, though, from Annabeth's testimony.
That's a company.
We're not gonna fail. And I'm getting pretty tired
Try
of
to
you
get,
saying,
try to get in
Percy,
your head.
You think you know who I am, but you don't.
You think you know him?
If you aren't careful, you're gonna find out.
I'm sure that
Percy.
was a deliberate line put in, but I don't know.
How do you know?
Because I think I got it out of him. I know who stole the Master Bolt.
Talk was very, very instrumental. Cracked into him. And you know what? Good on Grover. So, oh yeah. So yeah, that was a very, very fun episode. I really enjoyed that. Yeah, I really, really enjoyed going into that episode because, I mean, not just, you know, seeing the Rated R Superstar, but it was very, very, like, high stakes, obviously, when it came to Percy and Annabeth in the Tunnel of Love. Thanks to Hephaestus just pulling through after, you know, Annabeth really had some strong words to say in regards to, you know, we're not going to be like you guys. And you know what, being a demigod, yeah, I mean, does help, doesn't it? So, but I really, really enjoyed that. So yeah, but I'm sure that I am sure that was Timothy. What's his name? He was on Xena and on Lucifer, and I can't remember, you know, how to pronounce his last name, but it's not Timothy Oliphant. No, it's not him. But similar name. I'll remember it. Or look it up or whatever after this. But yeah, he pulled through at the end, though, so that was very, very important. So high stakes, not just in the Tunnel of Love, but also, you know, Grover trying to keep Ares at peace. But you know, was able to get somewhere, I guess. So yeah, Timothy Omundson. There we go. I wasn't going to butcher it. I wasn't going to look like an idiot. So yeah, I was like, that's Timothy. What's his name? So yeah, that's who was Hephaestus. Anyways, so who stole the Master Bolt is the question. And before it is Annabeth, and you know, she's got it secretly hidden away somewhere where you won't find it. But yeah, Grover has a bit of an idea after his little smackdown with Ares. Oh man, excuse me, I just burped a bit. I do want to get started on that because, like I said in episode 1, I knew Adam was going to be in the show at some point. It was just, you know, a matter of when he was going to be in it, because it completely flew over my head who he was playing when it was announced, you know, that he would be on Percy Jackson. Because I lost memory in that, because I knew he was cast to this show, but at the time I didn't have any, you know, intent on watching Percy Jackson, or at least not actively. Heck, I didn't even know if I was going to react to Percy Jackson unless I had some time on my schedule, which, yeah. So, yeah, but I think Adam as Ares is just, it's the perfect casting. And I can imagine that there are going to be some people who are going to be like, oh, the person who played Ares was really, really neat. And I'm like, yeah, I know. Like, as a longtime wrestling fan, Edge was phenomenal as a heel. He's phenomenal as a face, a heel being the term of a bad guy, face being the term of, a good guy. But yeah, he was phenomenal as a heel. And I'm not even surprised the slightest that he aced Ares, because, again, I've watched Adam for a long time, and, you know, his capabilities as a bad guy is just pretty great. So he can play a really, really incredible asshole when he is brought to the role, and he really shone here. So, but it was really, you know, you got to give props to Grover, because Grover trying to drill information from him was was really, really great because he had to really, really be careful. He didn't want to get on the wrong side of Ares, which is, understandable, isn't it? So, but that's it, though. He was trying his best delicately to try and get information without pushing his buttons. So, and thankfully, he knows that Ares, knows a bit more without giving anything away. So, yeah. I also love the idea that, like, obviously, utilizing Greek mythology in the 21st century is a very, very neat concept. But for Ares and his whole gig, with him just going around on social media, you know what? It's just perfect. Like, especially in 2024, Ares is having a frickin' field day. So, yeah, he is just... He would just be thriving about, Twitter and... Facebook, all the toxicity that is on social media. He's just eating that up like the burgers and fries in that bar. So yeah, so it's just perfect. Just seeing him scroll through Twitter and just giggling to himself. It's just perfect. It's just perfect for Ares. So yeah, but yeah. I also really liked how Percy essentially said, you think you know me. I don't know if that was in the books or whatever, because obviously this would have been like this entire show, adaptation and all of that. But I'd like to think it wasn't in the books, and the writers just knew because, Edge is very synonymous with the whole "you think you know me" alter bridge. Yeah. So I'd like to think that was like, you know what, we're gonna have to do this. It's a little reference. So yeah. But yeah, it was really, really great for them to have for Ares to be tested almost, but also trying to keep his cool as well. It was really, really great for Grover to get in there and not just feel intimidation, really, because he did volunteer to stay back, and obviously there was that warning that, okay, well, he can get in your head, so yeah. So it was great for Grover to keep his cool. But yeah, it was neat seeing Hephaestus there. Like I said, Timothy Omundson, taking a shine to Annabeth, who just, really, really amazing stuff. Of course, we are focusing a bit further or delving deeper into the, I guess, wounds of how these demigods, how these children are feeling burnt by their parents. I mean, obviously, in the last episode, there were quite a few mentions from Percy about, not wanting to be like Daddy Dearest, and obviously he's taken a bit of a shine to him in this episode because it's like, holy shit, he showed up, and not just that though, but he saved my life. So you know what, not bad for a first introduction, I guess. But prior to that, obviously he was damning him, not wanting to really give a shit about his father because he's never been there, and Annabeth and Grover, this, duo has been by my side, and I've barely gotten to know them, but I'd be wanting them to protect me over my own dad. So don't care if he's a god. So, and in this episode, of course, we were, talking about the fact that, well, war is inevitable anyways, because the gods are the gods are slimy as fuck. So they will betray, they will use you, etc. And Ares is getting a kick out of this because he just loves a good war, obviously, and war is inevitable apparently. So, but not just that though. It's the fact that all this time there is a lot of toxicity within the family, within the pantheon of gods, really, for Greek mythology. And she wants Annabeth, she wants to be better. she wants to be a better example than the gods. She wants to be better than everyone in terms of attitude. Same with Percy, and Percy has that, like, she knows that Percy is going to be better because, you know, he has such humanity in him and that. And obviously there was that talk about maybe Sally was, you know, putting you in a good position, you know, regardless on whether you would be, you know, I guess picked up by Poseidon or not, because she knows that whereas the Greek gods, they are full of bitterness and toxicity, Percy isn't. He's got that humanity going for him, he's got a lot of heart, and with Annabeth, she doesn't want to, you know, it's a case of she doesn't want the apple. She wants to fall further away from the tree, if anything. And she just demanded to Hephaestus that, look, whatever squabbles you've got going on, I'm not going to continue that line that you all get off to, because you clearly have a lot of issues, etc., and you just don't resolve this in a humane way. I'm not going to go that way. I'm going to, you know, stay away from all of the the constant fighting, the toxicity. So yeah, I don't want that burden to be inflicted on me. So, and it was great for Hephaestus to take a bit of a shine, like, you know, being admired. So, yeah. Not just that, though, but it's the fact that he he dangled that carrot, because we only had the last episode, Athena not being too pleased about what happened with the whole Medusa situation. And we had this whole kerfuffle with the Echidna. So there is a complete 180 in regards to Hephaestus saying, well, you know what, I'll put in a good word. And you know what, Annabeth was like, you know what, fuck that. I don't care if you're going to put in a good word to my mom. Because I care more about my friend here. So it's a kind of a similar situation in regards to Percy and how he really didn't give two shits about you know, what his father could say and all of that. But he does value that, you know, friendship with Annabeth, with Grover. It's a kind of a similar arrangement here, with the fact that I'd rather have my friend freed, because I care more about that than a good word in to my mom. You know what? Screw that, because not only is my value, like, not only do I value Percy a lot more, but I value that, you know, integrity, that humanity, etc. Because, you know, we're not wanting to do this constant civil war fight, like bitch fighting all the time. So yeah, so it was really, really great that Hephaestus took a shine. So yeah. But yeah, it was also really neat to see the fates, I guess, as well, because yeah, it's always a tricky business when the fates are there, and snip snip. So yeah, and I guess that really, I don't know if that applied to Percy being turned to gold. I mean, he was trying to catch his breath when he did get freed. I'm not sure if they anticipated Hephaestus taking a bit of a compassionate side to Annabeth's preaching, but yeah, I mean, that's 2 episodes in a row for Percy that he has been knocking on, I guess, death's door, really. So, but I did like that reference as well when it came to, you know what, maybe it's a sign, essentially. Maybe, you know, you can keep running, but not for too long. So, yeah, but a really solid episode. Yeah, great stuff. Adam did great. I mean, there's no, like I said though, there are going to be people who are going to be like, oh, that Ares actor, he's great, and I'm like, I know. You should watch some WWE. No, he like, if he was going to play, I mean, he either way, face a good character or an asshole, a bad character. He's just really, really talented, and you know what? I am glad that they are utilizing him, that they utilized him well in this. So maybe we will see him again in the future. I wouldn't mind that, but yeah, excited to see where things are going to go, because it looks like we're going to Vegas. You know what they say in Vegas? Whatever happens there stays there. So whatever, you know, shit we've got to deal with Hermes, yeah. It stays in Vegas. So with that said, I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check out my videos on the right. If you want to check out more of my content, you can also subscribe to my media feeds and channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I'll see you guys next time. Toodles!